What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another video by Bay Area Sports Podcast. Today we'll be talking about the greatest win this season, in my opinion. The 49ers beating the Rams. I mean, we beat them like a lot of times in the regular season.
Yep.
So,
This is the eighth time in the regular season. 8th in a row. So
great streak.
I love that
it's
streak.
like us and the Seahawks, but we ended the streak this year.
Mm.
But we beat them 31-14.
Woo!
Yeah. Claps all around.
Claps all around.
And first half, we were losing, but we shut them down in the second half, and then we destroyed them.
Yeah, from what players are saying, it looks like the Rams kind of quit. There was a 3rd and long, and they just decided to run up the middle. Basically, the Rams were quitting. They weren't trying to go for a deep pass to try and get a first down. They were like, okay, we'll just run up the middle. You stop us, we punt. So.
Well, we beat them because of CMC, Christian McCaffrey.
Oh, yes.
He did amazing.
What a player. What a player.
Yes. Looked like we won the trade. Well, it's too early, but...
It is too early, but it's already paid off. His first full game, and he looked fantastic. He did everything.
Yes, like throwing the ball to Brandon Ayuk, and we scored a touchdown there. And he also caught a touchdown, and he ran for a touchdown. He did everything.
He did. He filled the Debo role, basically, perfectly. So, yeah, he was amazing. And so happy we got him.
Yes.
He was amazing.
He was for the Chiefs, though, not the Rams, really.
Yeah. Luckily, the Rams didn't get him since, we were supposed to be the ones bidding against the Rams to try and get him. So it would have been much different if the Rams had him instead and we had to go up against him this past week. Yeah, so it was just to give it to the Rams. It was worth giving those draft picks up just so the Rams wouldn't get him.
Them's already stacked enough. But do you think Michael McGlinchey should be benched?
Oh, wow, we're getting down to the nitty-gritty bad stuff already, huh?
Yes. I'm Grant Cohn.
Well...
Would you rather put Brent Brunskill than Mike McGlinchey?
You would have to see if if Brunskill would really give that much of a boost on the right tackle spot. I heard he gave up 2 sacks, but his PFF grade was...
It wasn't the worst.
Okay. It wasn't the worst. So...
Yeah, I didn't see his grade, but he wasn't one of the worst rated against the Rams,
So he has ups and downs.
Downs and ups.
Maybe he'll get it together. You would wish that he would be more consistent and improving over the years, but instead he's kind of stayed the same, gotten worse here, gotten improved a little bit here. So it's a little up and down with him for sure. I think we should just stick with him for now until he plays. Until he plays worse, then be ready to put in Brunskill or McKivitz or somebody.
McKivitz is injured.
When he's available. So
a month.
McGlinchey might be okay until a month down the line. Then we might need to look for
Do you think
a replacement.
if he continues to play like this, we'll re-sign him? Probably will, because we're the 49ers, and that's what the 49ers do.
They do keep their own. They do it's not easy to find offensive tackle. As long as he's cheap, I wouldn't mind, taking him on and maybe grooming somebody else down the line with a draft pick or something. That might be, a fill-in for the time being. Yeah, for next year. So, he's okay. He's okay sometimes. So.
Yeah, but now we're gonna be positive now. How scary will the 49ers be when everyone comes back after the bye week? Jennings, Debo, maybe Armstead, Mitchell.
Oh man, a rich team becomes richer. I don't know that on paper we look almost unstoppable. We should be, but of course, we make our mistakes, we get in our own way, and we cause ourselves to lose. But the talent on this team is undeniable. So we should be a very scary team as long as everybody comes back and we get on track and we stay on rhythm. And Shanahan calls a good game. Um, we should be good.
Yeah.
I mean, we should have been good in the beginning of the season too. But of course,
I hope we could be the best team in the NFC West, which is possible.
oh,
And
very
if we had
possible.
a home advantage, I would love it.
Yeah, we'd have to be one of the top NFC teams to get a bye. We can, right? There's only 2 buys. I forget.
It to be one of the best teams.
The best team, yeah, that's hard.
I'm
to
pretty
do.
sure.
With the Eagles being
Eagles-
7-0.
Yeah, they've almost locked in their playoff spot.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Win like a couple more games, locked in.
Yeah, very true. They are on a roll, and I can't. Wow.
Luckily, we're not going against them.
Yeah, might have to be in the playoffs, but yeah. What do you think? It's gonna be pretty scary, huh?
Yes, like on paper, when we're like the best team, I think. And so Jimmy Ward be back to his starting job instead of Gibson, or we should keep him at slot corner.
Yeah, because I think Jimmy Ward had a pretty good PFF rating as playing the slot, and that's against Cooper Kupp. So that is a tall order for Jimmy Ward with a splint on his hand.
Deshaun Gibson had the worst PFF rating on defense.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I think we should put Jimmy Ward back at safety as long as we have somebody at slot. It all depends on the coaching staff trusts Womack or or like I said, if Verrett comes in, he has to prove himself a bit that he's ready to play, and if he can lock down that number cornerback 2 spot, then we can free up Lenore to go back to slot. And then I would say bring Jimmy, if that happens. If that can happen, that'd be awesome after the bye. Then I would say put Jimmy Ward back at free safety. Gibson can be backup and come in for 3 safety formations if that ever happens. It's a lot of riches for the Niners if we can get some people to cover that cornerback 2 spot. I think it will help a lot everywhere down the line, from slot to safety and everything. So please, Verrett, come back.
Do you think the 49ers will make any changes on the starting jobs, like specifically the O-line? Do you think they'll make any changes after the bye week?
I don't know. Yeah, this is the time to do it. If we were going to do it, I would imagine. I don't know how Brendel did. He's been kind of iffy most of the time.
I don't want to keep rotating Brunskill and Burford. It's not good.
Burford did let another one go by. The second time that he let Aaron Donald just go straight
why
by.
Why did they do it specifically for Aaron Donald? Specifically.
Yeah.
At least do something with someone else, not Aaron Donald.
You have to be in full alert when you have Aaron Donald in front of you. Not looking up. Maybe there was a good explanation for why Burford was not paying attention when the
miscommunication again.
When the play clock turned down to 0, you got to expect the ball to be snapped. Anyways, so yeah, I was a proponent for Brunskill to become the center over Brendel. During the bye would be a great time.
Siwa and Brunskill Scott.
The only thing is Brunskill could be good depth with for tackle and stuff like that. So maybe he's very important as the guy who can back up almost every position.
He can.
But let's just get the best O-linemen we can and go on a run right after the bye. Let's get everybody. Brunskill at center. Brendel could be backup. And then if something happens, Brent's going to move over to guard or whatever position they need, because of, say, injury. Then Brendel can hop in. But let's just try and get the best old linemen out there, the best 5.
Yeah. And we both chose the best players this week. There were a lot of great players. But I chose for the offense Jimmy G. He played amazing.
Well, how about McCaffrey?
Well, we can't. Well, I chose that you can't choose McCaffrey on offense, and for defense, I chose that you can't choose Nick Bosa, because we always choose Nick Bosa.
Okay, that's true. That's right.
I
Okay,
think that's fair.
yeah, that is fair. We need to give a little bit of props to some other players out there besides
The main players.
the main superstars that we usually give props to.
Yes.
All right, so Jimmy G, yeah.
CMC did good. Yeah. And Jimmy G, he had a really high QB rating. He didn't no picks, luckily, but he did get sacked 3 times. 2 touchdown passes, 235 passing yards. That's one of his best games. Actually, I think that is the best season.
You think so? This season? Yeah, I would.
Sure.
I would probably agree with that. Yeah, he looked great. I'm glad. He did. Yeah.
He didn't throw an interception.
He didn't throw interceptions.
But it was close. Jalen Ramsey. Remember the Jalen Ramsey one?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I remember that one. That was close, but yeah, I think they were saying that he looked like he was coming in for a blitz. So if Jimmy was saying, "Oh, he's coming in for a blitz, I should throw it to," I think it was Kittle that he was tossing to. Then he read it right, but Ramsey seemed to stop and then jump up instead to try to deflect the ball. So that might not be all on Jimmy. He might have read it correctly because it was a blitz, cornerback blitz. Yeah. So who else do you have for defense?
I have Fred Warner. He led the team in tackles with, was it 11? I think it was 11. 4 solo tackles, 7 assist tackles. He got a sack. Very unusual.
Yeah, that's right. I did see him going a couple times on blitzes. So, yeah, he did that one where he got the running back.
Yeah, right with the end zone or something like that.
Yeah, some good plays. Yeah, Warner is going up. Yeah. All right, he's on the upside right now. That's great, the upswing. So that's a good place to be.
Why can't you always play like this?
Well, they're humans. They have ups and downs for whatever reason.
When Greenlaw's not here, then he plays good.
Well, if every player could play at their best, that would be fantastic. But they're only humans, so
Not robots.
They're not robots. Yeah, it's really focus, and I think they lose focus sometimes, maybe. So for me, he said best player on offense.
Yeah, the same rules for Dad.
Okay. For same rule, no CMC. We did rock our Run CMC t-shirts yesterday, so it was pretty cool. I would say Brandon Ayuk had a good game. He, I believe, led the team in receptions and receiving yards. I believe so. And
I thought it was Brandon. Oh yeah, it was.
Yeah, he had 81 yards with a 13.5 yard average. Got that touchdown pass. Beautiful throw from McCaffrey. He was 6 for 6. 6 targets, 6 receptions. No drops. The guy was great because, like I said last week, Debo is out. So basically, he is the number 1 wide receiver. Can he step up and be that guy? And he was. He did it. So that's great to know that we have basically 2 number 1 wide receivers, 2 capable receivers in Debo and Brandon Ayuk. On the defensive side, I have to give it up to Jimmy Ward. I was a little nervous with him with the splint, playing slot corner against Cooper Kupp, but he held his own pretty well. So I got to give it up to Jimmy Ward and give him props on a good game, even though he wasn't happy playing the slot.
He wasn't?
No, he was not. He said this is not where he wants to be, basically. He wants to be back at free safety. And most of the time the rule is you don't lose your starting job because of injury. And that's the rule. Of course, it's broken now and then. But that's why after the bye, hopefully, we'll see if Jimmy Ward, his hand is back healthy and healed, that he'll be the starting free safety. Yeah. So those are my two players.
Well, next week, it's the bye week. We're not doing a podcast.
Boring.
But we're still, we are still doing a podcast though.
Yeah.
It's who we think is gonna make the Pro Bowl on the 49ers. So we're not done. We're still doing it next week. Don't worry.
Yeah, we'll find some other topics too to talk about, and the Pro Bowl sounds like something. Getting the Pro Bowl votes would be great. Playing flag football for the Pro Bowl, not so great, but it is what it is. What the Pro Bowl is, but it is really the accolades that count the most, I'd say. Because we have a lot of great players, and I would love to have a bunch of Niners on the Pro Bowl.
I say at least 5.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, we're going over all the positions. We're not skipping one single position. Not even the long snapper. We're still counting that one.
Yeah. We might have a interesting way of doling out who we choose and what positions, and we'll give our opinions. That'll be awesome. Sounds fun.
Yes. Well, next week is against the Chargers.
All right. Yeah, that's right. Next week is the Chargers at Levi's, so it'll be another home game, since that last Rams game was a home game too. Yeah, we should be a good matchup against the Chargers. So, yep, that'll be fun too. Let's keep this roll going.
Yes.
Keep rolling.
Well, that now wraps up for today's podcast. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And goodbye.